Hello, Scorpio, and welcome back to Silky Intuitive. So what I've got for you today is your weekly general life reading for November the 5th through the 12th of 2017. This is general life reading. If you want your focused love reading, that will be found at my Vimeo channel, and I will leave the link for that down below also. Now, just a brief note. Production of private video work is down until probably the beginning of this same week, November the 5th. I'll be back in production. I've had a delay with my production equipment. I went out, I bought a new unit. I was sold something I can't use, so now it has to go back again. So while I iron out some tech issues, you're going to have to settle for my free readings, or if you want a private phone reading, we can do that, at least until the beginning of the coming week. I have to get this tech issue ironed out, and until then, let's look at Scorpio. Okay, the Chariot, underlying energy. I always like the Chariot. The Chariot is movement. It's choices. There's a lot of energy that goes with the Chariot. It's talked about being through the battle and coming out even better on the other side of it. But it's positive energy. But there are always choices, and there are right and wrong choices. Both can be very strong choices, but which is the right one for you? Now let's see what we've got for the week. The Wheel of Fortune, very nice, next to the Tower, but this doesn't have to be bad energy. It sits in what could be considered the past position. So the Wheel of Fortune is turning. You may have been dealing with something of an upsetting nature, or a sort of a explosive energy in whatever way that means to you. It could be the ending of a situation. It could be the ending of your favorite computer, just like mine was this week. There's an ending here, and it's something that the wheel of change is sort of got in its grasp right now. The Temperance card. And for some of you, this is the helping hand. This is the person. This is the situation. This is the idea that progresses you forward to the other side of the issue. It's the solution. It means that the solution will be there, and it will be beneficial. How's that word for you? The Two of Cups. Now, this situation, forgive me, I have to laugh. This situation comes with a loving partner. Is the ending here connected to this partner? I don't know. I can't really say right now. Maybe, especially if Scorpio is your moon sign, this may very well be more connected to your love life. Let me get my fan running here, Scorpio. Hold on one second. I have incense blowing in my face. Okay. Pardon me. All right, back to business. This is the solution. It's the inspiration. It could be you and another person coming closer together, but it's that inspiration, maybe to try to make something work. The Ace of Wands, striking out in a new way. It's the boner card. I had to laugh. Corinne, honey, I have to say it. You said it the other day, and I rolled over on the floor laughing, and I know you're watching this, so when you called it the boner card, I thought I was going to lose my ass. Anyway, so there you go. It's the boner card. It's striking out with a new idea. coming up with something, a solution maybe to a problem, but it's action. And it's usually positive action. And next to the Queen of Pentacles. So for some of you, it's connected to your money. Or it's connected directly to you, that part of you that commands that aspect of your life. Whatever the situation is that is affecting maybe your home life, affecting your business, there really is, I think, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that there is a solution to whatever it is that is ailing here with this upsetting ending. To me, it feels like almost a crucial piece of farm equipment gave up on, Farmer Bob there. And, he's pondering what his next move is. But whatever this kind of explosive energy, it doesn't have to be tragic in a personal way. It can be tragic in the most kind of fundamental way. As with a piece of necessary equipment in order to be productive. It feels very much like it might be that kind of a situation. The Eight of Wands, it's making the quick, wise decision to take you out of the place of this kind of tragedy has stricken, and where do we go next? The Sun, the solution is going to prove positive once it happens, and the Eight of Wands brings quick action. So I really think that with quick action, with positive thought and energy, with consideration for your earthly well-being, for your need to have what I feel is a more tangible solution to what you want. I think it's there, and I think that the solution brings a certain sense of security and growth. So with the Three of Wands, we know the seeds of growth have already been planted here. And now we take on the growth. And what happens here, it sits in a future position. Whatever you're doing here during this part of your week, those solid movements away from whatever this little tragedy is here. And I'm not going to put it, I'm not going to put it on a major scale, because it feels to me like this tragedy was more about the emotions, more about how the situation took an emotional hold over you. Maybe took an emotional hold over your home situation. I think for some of you, emotions rose above the logic here. And the solution is being worked out in whatever way that comes through for you. The Hangman. Now we have this energy sort of stepping back and letting things happen. It feels to me like this is perspective, gaining perspective and patience with the situation. But I think whatever the situation is, it feels like the cavalry arrives just in time. And that place of having to wait for the solution is coming through maybe even quicker than you thought it would. But the Hangman says patience and looking at a situation in a different way will change your perspective. And now here's the hero. In the situation, this is not a hasty or an unkind energy. This is the hero riding in to save his damsel in distress. So to me, this is hitting a snag somewhere in the week. Looks like early on in the week, probably, for some of you. Maybe even further in, because the Wheel of Fortune can take a situation and turn it from one week into another week, into another week. It may be a situation that is sort of rolling from one period of time into the next. So here we have this kind of snowball effect. that says this may have been a situation you've been dealing for a period of time. And now that ending has to happen. It's that feeling that this is it. I kind of had enough. The ending, however it plays out here, pardon me. However the ending plays out here, you're in control of it. And even though it feels like whatever is succumbing here over Scorpio's life, it feels like you're very much in control, but your emotions are a little maybe tied up in this somehow. Now, I'm going to flip this reading because it does feel like for a majority of you, it's going to talk about your professional life and solving a problem. But we have Two of Cups here, and we have the Lovers here. And now we have to say that you may have been in a situation that had come to an end at one time. So now we're resurrecting a partnership probably from the past for some of you. That may be a karmic connection. And this may just be another part of the karmic journey. But this is what I love about this reading. It is the positive side of karma that is finally taking hold in this relationship that had previously come to an end for someone. Now, we could have definitely a Sagittarius. We could have an earth sign here at play. Their personalities are definitely here. We also have an air sign. And that air sign may be a younger Gemini, because we also have that energy here. If I'm going to be specific, these people are going to be prime players in the situation that you're moving through. An assistant, a partner, if this is business, if this is love, we could be talking about the uprising of a past relationship, maybe one that had been romantic in some way, but coming up into the future, it's positive. It's positive, and there's a new light. There's a new air of warmth and generosity and hope going on in the situation for two people who are finding their way back to one another after what feels like almost a sudden ending. It's as if you came home from work one day and they just said, I'm moving out on Saturday. I'll see you when I see you. And it feels like that sort of an abrupt ending to a situation in your personal life, maybe bringing a new energy back into your life. This person may actually come riding in like a horse, like a knight on a horse, knight on a stallion. Here I am to save the day. I've been maybe watching you, even from afar, or I have been, watching your Facebook page to see how you've been doing. And now I'm back. I see you're in trouble and I need to help you. However, this person has just sort of stood back and let you do whatever it is that they feel they need to let you do at this time. They're ready to come back in. And it feels to me, again, like it's an energy that's there to save the day. Abruptly, spontaneously, and without thought, without consideration of what's in it for them. So it feels like this kind of rescue comes from a very decent place with the Two of Cups and the Sun. That's what I get more than anything out of this, is that the Knight of Swords delivery, the delivery of what's right and good and positive, he's coming through on a steed. Oh, yeah, we'll take it. Just like with the Chariot. He's riding through like a hero. And the card of Aquarius is here, but that is the wish card. That is the wish card. And so what we've got is wishes coming through, desires being met. I think for whoever, whatever Scorpio this is, sun, moon, and rising, this is the more positive side of a karmically channeled relationship. Okay, let's see what my clarifier's here. I'll get a look at some angel answers in a moment. Let's grab a clarifier here. Freedom, happiness. Okay, there is freedom from a situation that had been falsely presented. Maybe it was a person who falsely presented this great piece of equipment that now has to go back to the store. Tragedy on your business. A falseness here. Maybe someone lied in the process of a relationship, if we're talking about a relationship here. There may have been lies and deceit. There may have also been a feeling of freedom, or that feeling of freedom may be coming up very quickly for someone. And that, freeing yourself from that lie, is a much happier place to be. There is an illness in your situation. Either it's an illness of, like I said, an illness within your business. Something isn't functioning right. But we also have the soldier, someone who you can count on. Something that's dependable. And financial support that comes with it in order to solve the situation. At the focus, the wife and the children. This may be a family connection. This could be a spouse, an ex-spouse. This could be the resurrection of a romantic relationship with, pardon me, that was a belch of honesty, with a partner of the past. The past, to me, is now feeling like it wants to be resurrecting for someone. There had been some falsehoods maybe in a relationship, in a friendship, in a romance, in some sort of a contract with another person. But I also feel like there's some safety and security with this person. Now, the only real answer I would like is around the tower. What message do you need me to have around the tower? Answer, please. I need an answer. Get more information. So, whatever the situation is, whether it's a rotten piece of equipment or a rotten ex-husband or wife, get more information before you get more deeply entrenched. But see, there is no need to worry about the tower. Your information is coming. The catastrophe, don't worry about it. There are solutions to the catastrophe, and those are coming on quickly. Remain positive. Don't lose your faith. Whatever it is that's going on here for Scorpio, listen. Only positive things are going to come from this situation. Whether it's business and coming together with the solution that solves it, or it's love and getting the support and help that you need from someone who has watched you, someone who has seen you, maybe someone who has spent a very long time on your side. And maybe there was a separation between you at the tower there. But again, the message is, don't worry. Remain positive, because this situation will work out as well. Infinite supply. You are supplied for today and all of your tomorrows. There are solutions. They're at your grasp. They're in your thoughts. Look inside for those solutions. You have an infinite supply of wisdom. Endings and beginnings. We've got the old must be released so that a new can enter. For someone, it is a new beginning of an old thing. And for some of you, the endings and the beginnings is that solution that clears up whatever conflict you had, business-wise, personal-wise. There is the support of someone there to help you through. Easy does it. There is no need to hurry or to force things to happen. Everything is happening in perfect timing. So even if there are delays, again, don't worry. Remain positive. Although you may need more information, whether it's regarding business or your personal life, this is probably a situation. The betterment of business means that that betterment has to sustain you for a period of time. Remain positive, and you don't need to rush it. The solution will be there, and it will be there for the long haul. It'll be a fortuitous kind of venture or investment or the recapturing of something that may have been from the past, ended, but now there's a more positive flow of energy that is here between these two people. And so I think it all looks pretty good. And we're running long, Scorpio, but I had to get all of this out to you. It looks good. It looks good. The only real glitch we have here is that ending situation, whatever that was, whether it happened last year, last week, or 2 hours ago. It's all clearing out almost immediately after the disaster. So it feels like the true progression of how things are going to work out. It's all divinely timed. The endings, the beginnings are all going to happen when they're meant to happen. Now I'm going to go over to Vimeo. I'm going to do your love reading for the week. And until then, yeah, thank you, Scorpio. If you want a private reading, I am back in the studio. Probably Tuesday or Wednesday of next week. People are already lining up for next week's videos, so go ahead if you want a reading next week when I'm back in my studio with the right equipment at hand, God willing. If there is a God, please God. And yes, until the next time, I'm going to go do your love reading. Take care. Be well, Scorpio, and peace.